I've been playing around with this, and I figured out that my video is not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I did, and I'll put the other picture in the way here in a minute so that you can see. So what I did down here is I highlighted, and you saw a little bit of that in that last one. So I continued highlighting where the sunlight in my mind was hitting these little bits of shadow from the trees. And I think today I'm going to add a little path, maybe just an inkling of it. I don't want a whole path, but maybe just a hint that there is one. I also painted in this tree, or restored the tree, and then I put little highlights right here on the left. So I went over it with Payne's gray, and then a little Payne's gray and white with a little blue to create some reflected light. And then this is just a little bit of yellow ochre with white for these highlights. I don't like the color that the leaves came out, so I'm redoing the leaves today because it just looks awful. So and I also repainted over the trees, kind of maintaining the same shape, other than I extended the tree up a little bit higher, and then I brought back the branches with Payne's gray first, and then on top I highlighted with a little bit of yellow ochre, blue to make it green, and a little bit of white in spots added for really higher highlights. I also brought in this little bit of highlights where the light might be hitting some of these lower branches, and I put a little bit of highlights on the trunk of the pines. Okay, so today we're going to hopefully finish this thing out, and with better lighting and a better camera, because the lighting on the last ones, and I apologize, was really bad, but I didn't know that until after it was recorded, and I just didn't want to completely give up on the project, because I think that a lot of us have a lot of these nasty paintings in our closets that we really do need to pay some attention to and perhaps try to rescue. One of the things I wanted to do today is I think the shadows on the mountains are undefined, as far as it wasn't a sunset before, remember, and I moved, before it was just sort of an afternoon image, and I moved the sun over here so that it became a sunset, but the mountains aren't showing that. So I think what I need to do is glaze some Payne's gray, didn't dry out on me, glaze a little Payne's gray over what would be the darker sides of the mountains. Because I decided I didn't want that grass right here to be real dark. Rather, I wanted the light to be coming in a little bit behind that grass. I want there to be some shadow on the grass, and then the sun hits it. That's what I'm going for. So that's got some shadow on it now with a little Payne's gray glaze. Glazing over the grass. I still want it to be visible, the grass line. I want to be able to see where the grass line was. I just don't want the sun hitting it quite that soon. I'll bring it just a little forward, and I think it's going to look better. And right here will be our little taste of grassy highlights. Okay, so it's coming through the trees. There's a little shadow from the woods, and it hits right about here. And I think that's about where my path should be. So let's just, and I don't want a full path. I just want the hint that there's just a little bit of a path right in here that comes this way.